What's up, Rangers? Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnaz. Wait, there I am.
And in this special edition of Collectible Wars, we're going to be having the NECA 1962 battle the MonsterArts 1962. Now, in this one, we're just going to have the figures duke it out instead of us.
The figures will do all the talking, pretty much.
Okay, well, not officially the talking, not like Stevie Toy Room or skits. It's mainly, we're going to be just giving you guys our overall thoughts on which one we think you guys should be buying. If you're only going to buy one, like me, I love the 62, so here we are.
For me, it's just a landslide win, honestly. Like, at first, I was a little bit 50-50 on it, but now the more I think about it, it's just...
For me, it's closer, but we'll get into it here. But for starters, we're just going to go with point for points, and then at the end, we'll give it to the clear cut winner. So first and foremost, we're going to start with the packaging. Which one has the cooler box?
Come on, that's not even a fair fight. Like, come on, you know which one you need to go with. Look at that.
I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. This isn't going to be quite a professional video, as some of our other stuff, well, professional. But we have the NECA box, SH Monsters box. I'm going to say which one I think is the better one. All right, you ready?
I got hit in the head, but
this one's 10 times better.
It was worth it. It was worth it because that box got to go.
I didn't even mean to. I was just like, behind me. It didn't go behind me. Yeah, just thing, though, you get the opening. The front like sells this figure for me completely.
The one thing that's cool about the MonsterArt box, it's an actual picture of the figure, so you can see the clear eyes on it.
Yeah, it's like, I think the other box...
It's presentable.
It gives you a better idea of what you're buying, right?
Yeah, it's presentable box. Well, this is just like, bam.
Well, this one's just eye-catching. That, and you can literally open up and see the figure, while on the other one, everything is fully enclosed. So you're going by the packaging. I'm buying the figure.
Yeah.
Based on what the prototype looks. Well, this one, I get to see exactly what I'm buying.
I told Steve, like, you need to put the figure back in this box.
All right, so next, accessories. Pretty much the same thing between the two. We got the breath effects. I'm going to be moving these guys ever so slightly, and I keep.
We will toss them this way because we're gonna need the NECA one for the accessories.
Well, we'll still we gotta show them off, right?
Yeah.
But as you can see, for the breath effect for the NECA, looks pretty cool. Like, this to me looks more like a smoke balloon, more so than a beam. Because like for me, this looks like a beam.
And one of the things on the NECA box, it states that it's, what was that, a heat ray or something like that?
It's a heat ray. Like, even like this looks more like a ray to me.
Yeah.
But this, we always called it the fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
This looks like a fire extinguisher. So, but this one's more blue.
I like the other one because it's more white. It's more like fire extinguisher.
All right, here, give me the monsters. We got to go back to the monsters. All right, so Godzilla. Also, this has a stand for you to hold the beam, so that's pretty cool. Inside the mouth. Looks pretty good. Like, this gives me more of like that special effects kind of look.
My problem with that beam is it makes me think of more of Shin Godzilla beam. It's not a breath effect. It looks like a beam. It's forming into a beam.
But that's kind of what it was a beam, though. It was like it was like a ray. It wasn't like he was trying to put out something. But with this one, he doesn't come with a stand.
You know why?
But
because he is better.
Well, he has the hole in his mouth. But once you get, like, you get it fully in there, like, you don't need a stand for it to have the beam.
And that is the amazing thing.
The only thing that concerns me is because of the weight of the beam.
It'll eventually...
Like, his head's gonna, like, even right now, you can see his head's kind of sagging. So, accessories, I'm going to say it's a tie. I feel like they both got positive and negatives.
For me, it's a 49-51 towards NECA because the beam is cool, but the MonsterArt is charging you for a stand, where for NECA, it went cheaper route, and you don't need a stand, but it will, over time, if you leave the beam in there, destroy the joint, like you said.
So like I said, I'll say it's a tie because for me, I would be more slightly leaning the MonsterArts way. Like, slightly.
And so, I'm a little bit more slightly just because the way it looks.
Yeah, so for me, for us, we'll say it's a tie for this. So right now, MonsterArts or NECA's still winning, but next we'll go over the overall dimensions of the figure. which will also include the weight here. So weight and size. So as you can see, NECA 1, a little bit taller. Just a little bit, but still has the overall size. Length.
NECA.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
No, it's NECA. Like I can see.
But I mean, like on the camera, it's hard to see. It looks pretty even on your guys' end. To me, like proportion wise, like his is longer proportion wise, but just overall length, like the NECA still has it. And also, as per heft of the figure, some material for sure. Like you could hurt somebody with this thing if you hit them with it. So gonna go with the NECA here.
2 for NECA and half for each.
Yeah, and he's got like an honorable mention. Paint job.
This one is not even funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the NECA here for paint job. As you can see, dorsal spines both were painted. This one's a little bit brighter, but I could argue like pick your poison.
Yeah.
Here, like I kind of like the subtlety of the paint job for Godzilla here, but the brightness is a nice contrast. And I kind of like how this one's more got a gray color palette, which is more accurate for the movie, while this one's more green, which reminds me more of like an American toy.
Yeah.
But as you can see with the NECA, painted claws, MonsterArts, we did not get painted claws. Inside the mouth too, I feel like NECA did a little bit better job painting it. The only thing I would say between the eyes, I'm actually kind of leaning more towards the MonsterArts, but the NECA is still perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So
NECA ones are not crooked, while our Monster Art has just a little bit. Like you can notice it right there if you.
It's one of those like you have to really be looking at the thing, and the way the eye's designed, even with it being crooked, it doesn't. It helps to hide it.
Yeah. But you can tell though, like you have to stare at it, but you can notice it.
Yeah, but as you can see with my the MonsterArts one we got, the teeth aren't painted the best. And to be fair, you can see what coloring the teeth would have been anyways, like especially looking at this, they're a little bit more of a duller color. While this guy's is nicely painted with the bone coloring, inside the mouth is painted nice. So for the most part, like I'm still gonna paint job wise, we'll toss it over to the NECA. Suit accurateness.
And this one goes to Monster Art for sure.
Overall, I would say this one's a little bit more suit accurate because if you look at the film, for a lot of these guys, it seems like specific scenes, the NECA looks a little bit more appropriate. Certain scenes, the MonsterArts one looks more appropriate, but we felt that the MonsterArts one just lined up better in most scenes.
Yeah, because like the thing is, the NECA took just certain scene and used that, while Monster Art took the monster itself and used that.
He feels more like my gigantic X Plus, while this guy feels more like my 30 centimeter.
But if it makes you guys feel better, the NECA one has an amazing jaw, which makes him stand out.
Yeah, you can see right here the way the lower jaw's designed.
It's straight up out of the movie.
Yeah, like no matter what scene you look at, this jaw looks a little bit more appropriate than his. But dorsal spine wise,
yep, this is where we lost it.
This one's way too big. Neck wise, MonsterArts one, like every scene you look at, the MonsterArts one, neck wise looks better, and then the body wise still looks a little bit more suit accurate.
While the NECA one is specifically out of the scene where the neck is thinner, where he's like stretching his neck up.
Yeah, it's mainly like the NECA one I think looks like really nice at like this angle. It looks like spot on to most scenes. While like the MonsterArts one, like looking straight on, I think looks a little more appropriate. Sideways looks more appropriate. Like you start getting into like the nitty gritty.
Yeah,
I think so.
Only thing is the NECA does not have the beer gut like the Monster Art does.
Which is true, but like I said, like that is more accurate to the movie.
Yeah, well that's what I mean. It's more accurate to the movie. Like if you remember it, he does have the beer gut fold down there.
Yeah. Okay, so next, articulation. This is where MonsterArts clearly shines, but if MonsterArts is always going to clearly shine compared to the NECAs because you just get more range of motion. There's more ball joints inside the tail, the arms. Like, see how high that one can go up?
Yeah, see,
we'll get there at some point, guys.
See, the NECA sacrificed
same with the legs.
Sacrifice the articulation so you don't get those ugly seam lines.
So this guy is definitely better if you're really, really like to play with your figures, well, if you like to play your figures, like, this guy's more durable.
Yeah, NECA's more durable for sure.
Which, next point, durability. I don't feel like I'm ever going to break this thing.
No, you can kill somebody with that thing.
But this guy, you have to be really careful with the spines. Same with, because it has more ball joints.
Breakable.
There's more stuff you have to worry about breaking. And then finally, for the price. This guy from Big Bad Toy Store costs slightly over $100. This guy, only $30.
Yeah, you can right now.
Like, if you're going to ship them, you're going to be probably paying about $35.
No, right now, as of today, I looked them up. There is few of them on eBay for $30. And that's March 1st today. There was few of them for $30 with free shipping on there. So.
Yeah, that, and you'll be showing up at Targets and stuff like that. So he shouldn't be too hard to get a hold of if you really want one.
If you can get him at Target, it'll be, what, $25 for him?
Yeah. So for the most part, where the MonsterArts really excels is sculpt articulation for us. The breadth effect is essentially the same
50/50.
between the two. But where this guy excels is paint job, overall size, like value for size, definitely in the NECA, and then price. You can get 3 of him for the price of one of these. Also,
NECA has joints in his hands, fingers.
It's okay, so it's cool, but
like, I'm just saying though, like they went out of their way for that.
Like if they make a Kong, I would be way happier that it has joints. Until they make a Kong, it's cool, but like how cool is it truly? I think that's kind of like the big thing that derives these guys between those. So overall, I feel like if you can only buy one of these,
NECA.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to the NECA. I really like the MonsterArts one, but for me, I feel like I got to spend a little bit of time with this, and I will love this thing.
And jot this date down, peeps, because Steve is always for MonsterArts. So when they put this one out and the NECA's winning, that's something else, I'm telling you.
All right, so for me personally, I'm still glad I got this. And to be fair, if I didn't have this, I still wouldn't be upset. But having them both in hand,
yeah,
I can't deny that for most people, if you just want like a 62, you don't hardcore collect MonsterArts like I do.
You're winning with
this is the way to go.
Yeah. Wait until you find a Target, $25, you are safe.
Because for like a MonsterArts for me, he's like middle of the road.
Yeah.
Like he isn't like horrible, but he isn't like wowing me either. Like he's more like GMK.
Yeah, so he's like in the middle ground of MonsterArt quality.
Yeah, like Articulation, I actually really like this guy compared to some of my other MonsterArts. Like nothing's popped off, so he's winning. But it's mainly the paint job is what's really kind of killing it for me with this guy. While with the NECA, like the paint job's nice. It's mainly if it wasn't for that jaw, I would be in love with this thing.
Yeah, like while this is NECA's definitely top 2 figures of Godzilla figures for sure.
Yeah, like easily, like they've greatly improved on this one. So let us know in the comment section below which one is your guys' favorite. Do you think we're wrong? The MonsterArts one is the bee's knees? Let us know down there. And help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a ranger today. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.